Like a preacher man, doing it on a one-night stand, doing it like old grandpa, doing it like a fly on the wall. Everybody doing it, doing it, doing it. Everybody doing the day. Everybody doing it, doing it, doing it. Everybody doing the day. They're doing it like the FBI. They're doing it like Superfly, doing it for a second chance, doing it for a song and dance, doing it like a big fat lie. They're doing it on a phony smile. They're doing it in an automobile. They're doing it on 4 flat wheels. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going in right now. This is an incredible night. As a child, early in television history, about 60 years ago, when I used to watch television, I thought, what an amazing tool, man! Look at what it could do. It could just be just really amazing. And then now, 60 years hence, you can't watch TV. It's a bunch of trash, a bunch of stuff. It's all taken over one way or the other by somebody. It has something to do with money. And as a child of 12, 13, 14, 15, I envisioned a brand new future wave of like hip, amazing, wide awake sisters and brothers. And now, way beyond these years, those years, and our time as it's passing, I can tell you right now, all of you, I am possibly your very first television host who has encountered a stroke, 9/11/14. I'm the very first television host who had cabbage maze surgery, which is triple bypass and eliminate atrial fibrillation. This is not a regular television show that you've seen me before. This is like I'm sort of kind of getting right back into the scene, trying to find out what the hell I'm doing now, because I used to do it a lot, and now I'm like, this is the first time. Kind of weird. So I guess what I'm saying here is I'm telling you this because lately I'm very into being out of it. A couple of fellows have gotten together and written a book. It was kind of in my time frame, in my childhood, early dreams. And I could see what they were doing when they put this book together, because I was kind of doing the same thing, but a little bit differently. I was looking for a brand new time frame where people were coming together and waking up and being proud and happy and doing all kind of new things that were not new then. And these folks has written a book by other people, voices orally, telling about their experiences with this amazing group called the Grateful Dead. Yeah. They're here in our studio tonight. We'll be talking with them. Yeah. Mr. David Gans is here as well, and he has written a book with Blair Jackson. David will be performing a little this evening. We're just kind of getting our scene together. I hope you can get yours together. You just kind of hang and do what we've been doing for about 25 years. Coming up on 1,000 shows, over 5,000 guests. And it's about you. Oh yeah, it's about me. It's about my life. About where I'm going. what I'm doing, how hip I want to be, and I don't want to just stand in one spot. And I hope a lot of you people are kind of that way as well. Nice to see many of you folks who've been in the audience in the past here this evening, because it's a big, like one nice thing said to people who need to hear something nice. It's a big deal. So all of you have made me feel great, really, really good. I can maybe overcome some of my crap. Some being laying on a bed for 14 months, loaded with major dope, trying to figure out what exactly the issues are with me, and coming out of that and then getting strong, going to gym, getting all this thing, and starting over what was there to begin with. Pretty damn beautiful. Right now, Roger Glenn on our stage. Eddie Pasternak is with us this evening. Let's hear a little bit of what they've got to say right now. Please put your hands together for them, please. Oh yeah. Oh, nice stuff. Yeah, we're gonna let these folks get up here, and yeah. Hey, I got a little CD on the front here, and sitting right in front of the cow, but I'm gonna get this off like that, and then let Roger sit down. Roger Glenn, Latin Jazz Ensemble, and then of course, oh yeah, I tell you.
What happened to my glass of wine?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Mr.
Good.
Eddie Pasternak, boy, they're here right next to me. Put your hands together for them. They're good to see you kids, man. You're really working.
Listen here, looking good.
All right, man.
Yeah, nice to see
Oh, God. Hey, would you like a breath mint?
you. No, I'd like a glass of wine.
Hey,
What
no,
happened to my
here,
glass of
take
wine?
this.
Where do you want?
This is better. Oh, God.
Thanks.
right.
Oh, it's so
Oh.
healthy.
Wow. Hey, thanks for being here this evening. I had to talk with people this evening. It was I wanted somebody to come back to do this show because it was like coming back to a place I'd been there but never been there, and you were the person I wanted to have here with me on the show because you're a really easygoing cat. And
It's good to be on this side of the camera, by the way.
I know, huh? Isn't that nice? You don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff. You're just doing your beautiful music, dude. And then you brought along your wonderful cat that you've been playing with for 1985.
Cheers.
Yeah, man.
Cheers.
Do you like that? Yeah, it's a Cabernet Pinot.
It's lovely.
No, this is mine. Here.
I'm just cheersing.
I know you are. You are cheersing me, and I'm cheersing you because you are also, besides being a like wonderful guitar player, you teach tennis. You what do you call it when you move wine?
I'm a distributor.
Oh, you're a distributor. All right.
Yeah.
And what types of wines is it you do?
A whole bunch of sort of limited production, really quality stuff. Narcy David, the great wine and food personality, and so on and so forth. And Roger Rosenblum, a guy named Dan Morgan, Costa Obra, which is up from Sonoma.
Right, man.
Grayscale, which is
I'm probably one of the West Coast, the biggest wine consumers until I had my, I just don't drink wine anymore. I don't even smoke anymore.
We could start again.
What I've been distributing, Shirley Temples.
Oh gosh, now you would be the man. Your dad was the man, in my opinion, and you follow in his footsteps. His dad is Tyree. And he was playing in the 30s, 40s, 50s.
60s.
60s
into
too.
the 70s, yes.
Roger has the, what's the term for your?
Vibraphone?
Vibraphone, sorry, I'm a little. And your dad had been playing it, and you have it, and you've been playing, of course, saxophone, all kinds of instruments.
Well, my father played trombone and vibes, and he used to put the vibes next to the crib when I was a baby, so I started off with them.
Yeah?
But yeah, my father, he worked with Duke Ellington, Cab Calloway, Louis Armstrong, recorded What a Wonderful World with Louis.
Well, I'm sure that there are many people here right now that that know that you play with Eddie Pasternak, right?
Was that in key? Was that, you have perfect pitch, right? Was that?
I'm about to throw my pitch right now.
There you go.
It's
I haven't heard that in a long time. Somebody was saying on the tube, I'm going to throw a fit. Remember,
fit.
Ever hear that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. And you don't hear that very often anymore. Your father, it must blow your head away, because your father was on the picture of the Look magazine for all the sort of great
Day in Harlem picture.
Great Day in Harlem picture.
Yeah.
And the year was 50 something?
58, yes.
Yeah. Jeez.
Actually, that was for Esquire.
Was it
magazine.
Esquire?
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's, I've been in China and I've seen it there, a picture of it there. It's all over the world,
Are you traveling lately?
Oh yeah, this past year I've been to Australia with the Count Basie Orchestra.
Wow.
Also in New Zealand, Tasmania with them, New York. I've also been on the road opening for Steely Dan, did a tour with Steely Dan.
God, that's an incredible little
And
group
lately
of
I've been
people.
working with Taj Mahal. we've been traveling 3 times in Hawaii. We got a CD that's out now and
Well,
stuff, and
you
my
know,
band.
there's no shortage of sort of diversity that you have.
Well, that, yeah,
Huh?
but you know, it all boils down to Eddie and I. We, you know, like we're playing this Saturday.
And,
Yeah,
and
this
where is
Saturday.
it, by the way?
We're at a swim and tennis club where I'm the director of tennis. It's called The Hills. It's at
Yes.
the corner of
In
Manzanita.
El
It's actually,
Camino?
the public is
No, this is
invited
in
to
Oakland.
Oakland.
And
Oakland.
it's Skyline at Manzanita in Oakland. It's called the Hills Swim and Tennis Club.
Right.
And along with Roger, we have Marco Silva, who's one of the #1 Brazilian guys to be found anywhere on the planet. And the bass player is Scott Thompson, who's the god of bass. You know,
Yeah.
a young kid to be heard of.
His family is phenomenal.
Awesome.
His father is a great pianist, and his mother is a great saxophonist.
Mary Fettig.
Reed person. Reed. She made a whole bunch of money. This is the ideal gig. She was doing Phantom of the Opera in San Francisco, playing all the doubles, making tons of money.
I've only got a minute left, but I wanted to, each of you, I wanted to thank you for coming. You with your beautiful Beth, and you with your beautiful wife. Really sweet, you know,
Thank you
because
so
it's
much.
not
It's great
just,
to
you know,
see
you're
you.
not just coming to a joint, and you know, they're sharing what you're giving right now, and that's pretty cool.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here on this side of the camera.
Yeah, man.
Next time I'll be behind the camera, helping you.
Yeah.
What is the number today? What is
I don't
this?
know.
900 and what? 965.
965.
We're going for 1,000, folks.
There you go. Yeah.
We're going for 1,000.
It's good to see you in great health.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bruce, for
brother. I
having
hope
me
you're
over.
feeling better too.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man. Boy, good time. Good time. You know, as I said, I had been not on the air for 14 months. And I was wondering, what the hell am I going to do with it? You know, I'm not doing anything. They're just doping me up heavy. And then sleeping, pooping, eating, doping, pooping, you know. Well, to some of you, that might be really cool, but to me, it's a bunch of shit. And I don't like to. I heard you laughing. That's right. And it, you know, it's just not. It ain't what me is. Me is doing my gig, and you know, trying to sort of put comfort and joy into the field, the stream of the energy conscious of folks that are into this stuff, and so thinking about being here is really, really important. Why? Because, hey, I freak out, that's why. You get all nutsy and stupid. Loud noises make you weird, and I want people to know what it's like, you know? You don't, when somebody is ill or hurt, you get to know. They just throw everybody away. I don't appreciate it, and I don't like it, and I don't believe in it. And you know, anybody that's sort of got issues, put it out in the open. I mean, I know people that don't even go out in public because they have issues, and I don't care. You know, you got it, fine, it's all good. Did I? You know, have you seen? I guess there's a Santa Claus. See from the front? Santa Claus in the front, and look. Here's Santa Claus in the back. Yeah. I've got all my little partners and all my little friends. I really like these. I have these little things, you know, and you put it in this one always dances. It reminds me of fellows in our audience tonight, but not in a real personal way, but it reminds me of Dave Crimmin dancing. Yeah, huh? So, geez, a big, tall, thin guy, and he's rockabilly and all that, and he's just fun and easy to go, and so I'm pleased to do that. Later on, by the way, we'll have Little Green Turtle, two of the Little Green Turtles, dancing, and you know, we haven't talked, right? I mean, would you talk to your spouse? I mean, for 12, 16 months or something, and then all of a sudden you got to talk with her. We've got issues to work out. By the way, hey, real quick, so I want to get back to my friend. This is a turtle thing. Greetings to Little Green Turtle from Evan the Tortoise, Pacifica, California. Now I remember. Now I'm out of. Did anybody get that? Okay. Out of time. I did want to talk about the people in the area of Lake County, but I don't want to really do that right now. I'm going to spend plenty of time on it because they have this, like, television stations not doing well, and I won't get into that right now. But maybe later we can kind of shake some people. I want to go to the gentleman that I like where he's coming from. He's out on the road a lot lately, and he's just putting his word out there that he's been doing forever. But if you ever want to talk anything about the Grateful Dead or whatever, you can talk with him. He's on our stage right now, and he's giving us his feeling that he has within him, whether it's a Dead song, whether it's what. He's on our stage. Please welcome Mr. David Gans.
Down upon Sycamore Slough, the white man sings the blues, selling roses of paper mache, reflects the starlight dew. Swiped a bunch and threw it your way, hazy moonlight glow. Way down, down along lazy river road. Way down upon Shadowfall Ward, end of the avenue. Run, hide, seek in your own backyard. Your mama's backyard won't do. All night long I sing love's sweet song down where the water flows. Way down, down along lazy river road. Moonlight wails as hound dogs bay, never quite catch the tune. Stars fall down in buckets like rain till there ain't no standing room. Bright blue boxcars, train by train, clatter while dreams unfold. Way down, down along the lazy river road. Thread the needle right through the eye, thread that runs so true. All the others I let pass pass by, I only wanted you. Never cared much for careless love, but oh, how your bright eyes glow. Way down, down along the lazy river road. Way down, down along the lazy river road. Way down, down along the lazy river road. Well, my car's gassed up and I'm ready to roll. I got one eye open for the highway patrol. The other eye's open for that freeway sign. 300 miles and I'm making good time. Oh, my stomach's growling, but my head's been fed. I'm going down to Eugene to see the Grateful Dead. The tape deck's cranking out a rattling sound. Hit a sympathetic rhythm to the wheel go round. Sport youth's eating me up alive. This thing don't do more than 55. But I can sleep in the back, it's a roadside bed. I'm going down to Eugene to see the Grateful Dead. Down to Eugene to see the Grateful Dead. Well, everybody needs a little break sometimes. Life gets too precise. Put a little slack in that old straight line and take some weird advice. Pulling into town, I'm all eyes and ears. Look at all these friends I ain't seen all year. Tripped out hippies, rag and bone, young.com tie-dye cellular phone. Delia D-Line and Tennessee Jet are going down to Eugene to see the Grateful Dead. Down to Eugene to see the Grateful Dead. Said everybody needs a little break sometimes. Life gets too precise. Put a little slack in that old straight line and take some weird advice. Well, my car's gassed up and I'm ready to roll. I got one eye open for the highway patrol. The other eye's open for that freeway sign. 600 miles and I'm making good time. Well, my stomach's growling, but my head's been fed. I'm going down to Eugene to see the Grateful Dead. Said my stomach's growling, but my head's been fed. I'm going on to the Greek to see the Grateful Dead. Out to Deer Creek to see the Grateful Dead. To MSG to see the Grateful Dead. To Fillmore East to see the Grateful Dead. To Fillmore West to see the Grateful Dead. Acid test to see the Grateful Dead.
All right. David Gans, we got a great book here. Where's the whole thing? Put the whole front of the book on there, please. Thank you. Yeah. This is all a dream we dreamed. God, what a. I don't know how many things that stands for. David Gans has published 3 books on the dead. He's the producer and the host of the nationally syndicated Grateful Dead Hour. Oh, he's done so many things. He's going to be getting on the road soon. I think it's tomorrow, and head around Blair. he penned Grateful Dead, the music never stopped, and wrote and published 27 issues of the acclaimed fanzine The Golden Road. He's the author of the definitive biography, Garcia, An American Life. And when I, as a child, 11 and 10 and 12 and 14, were letting the fellas get hooked up, and we'll speak with them, I recall, actually, as I was a little older, 18 and 19, that there would be a brand new time to come in this America, you know, and it would be beautiful, and people would be hip and awake and alive, and a whole situation was coming, and I was like, God, this is it. This is heaven. Because I've been living in hell all my life up until then, see? Do you hear what I'm saying? And that wasn't really cool in that time. I thought, well, and that's sort of kind of what happened with many things, including the Grateful Dead. And these young fellows are here, and they put together this book that
Young fellas, I like that.
young fellas, yeah. Yeah, this is all a dream we dreamed. God, what a great title. Put your hands together for these kids. Yeah, man. Good to see you. Blair?
Nice to see you.
Yeah, Blair. David, thanks a lot, man. God, what a choice. What a choice of singing. God, your voice is, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And I was mentioning to Blair that you sort of, you know, after Roger and Eddie performed, there was a whole a musical vibe in the area here, and then you came and you made a brand new one. A lot of people can't, you know, of course, can't do that. Your book is really getting some pretty good write-ups about it. How are you feeling about it? You feel pretty good that this has gone out?
It's been amazing. Actually, the response has been almost overwhelmingly positive. I mean,
it's amazing. I've read other.
You
books.
never know, you know.
I've read other books that are sort of, you know, he said, she said type of thing. Well, yours is sort of kind of like that, but it's really different.
Well, it's
And
an
I know
oral
all the
history,
people.
so you know. So
What's that?
it's an oral history, so we're letting the band
I
and
like
the
it, yeah.
family and the crew members tell the story essentially.
One of the crew members is Mr. Brown here.
Steve Brown.
Yeah, he's a good kid. But everybody else that was there, I would know.
Steve's in the
these
book,
people.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. He was big head.
I know.
You know.
How are you
big
going to keep them on the farm?
I'll tell you, man. So what happened to how you kids work together? You just throw together the stuff? Who did what? Where?
Well, we've been friends for close to 40 years, and
You were writing
we've been
for him
neighbors
at
for
one
more
time.
than 20 years. Yes,
Oh.
Blair was my editor at BAM magazine back in the day.
God.
And then in 1993, my wife and I bought a house right up the street from Blair and his wife, so we've been neighbors since then as well.
Oh.
So collaborating was very easy. Amusingly, we used the internet to collaborate.
Right.
So we didn't have to actually get together, even though we were very close.
The 400 feet between our houses was too much.
That
So
was a little, yeah.
type it instead.
So we just dumped all of our information into files on the internet that we could share. There was actually one moment when I was editing a page, and I saw something move on the page, and he was editing the same page. It's pretty funny.
Anybody back there got a glass of water? I wanted to give the kids some water, and just in case, because you've been singing.
I'm set.
Oh, that's a nice bottle. Where'd you get it?
You gave it to me.
That's right. So that's what you kids have been doing.
Yeah, and we worked on it for about a year, and the last few months was spent really kind of paring everything down because we had way too much stuff, of course. We sort of searched our archives for everything we've ever written, and also accumulated a lot of stuff that had already been published, but that other people had written.
Yeah.
And plus we did a lot of interviews for the book specifically. So.
The early time for me that I got a little hip to the Dead was the early stages of them sort of getting together and working together and becoming a band. And, you know, Jerry played a banjo, and I was walking down the street, and we have this is water. Come here. God, you are so incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, you take about 2 hits, wait 5 minutes, and you'll come on. And so Jerry was up in the upper level of this place in San Carlos that they used to play, and I was on the hitchhiking on what they call the El Camino Real in the San Carlos area, and I was doing what, of course, was totally not what you were supposed to be doing. I was carrying what they used to call lids in my in my pack.
I think the statute of limitations has passed. We can say that now.
And people would pick me up. You'd meet people, take you to the house, and then some people occasionally might, just sort of do that. And I was listening to the music, and it's nothing but a banjo. Just kicks your ass. I mean, just big and bold. Doesn't sit back and nothing. And then the places in Palo Alto and all the kids. I was near all these places. Did you live down there?
No, I was living in New York at the time, and we're both younger than they are.
Yeah.
But we
37.
Yeah, 37 and 40.
You just keep calling us kids, Bruce. We're good with that.
Yeah. But obviously there was this whole thing in the air, like beginning in the early 60s. I mean, it seems almost ridiculous to say it, but it really did change with Kennedy. I mean, there was really something in the air. And the Beatles, then, that was a few years later. But, in between you had kind of the whole folk thing really explode, and that's where the whole Grateful Dead sort of got their start.
Like I did, which is a brand new, a new vista was being formed out here in the wasteland, And I was just totally like, God, amazed. And I knew people would be upset and mad, and all this heavy-duty, down to earth, crazy nuts that were always this way all their life.
Right.
And didn't take any acceptance or to something new that was happening. And I thought, what a beautiful thing. And of course, it went on to be a wonderful thing. That Grateful Dead and their musical happenings were amazing. The thing with Kesey.
Yeah, they made it okay to be weird.
I liked it. I think actually Chet Helms started that too, and then the dancing and the big ballrooms and all that stuff. None of that crap was happening.
No.
So,
Well, these guys came along.
pretty amazing, man. I'm sorry I didn't get to know Pigpen.
Of course, he was a little different, actually, he wasn't quite on the same wavelength as the other guys in the band.
That's true, and I certainly understand that. He's a blues boy.
Yeah, he's a blues boy, East Palo Alto.
A DJ in a radio station, but he sure had a lot of it down.
Oh yeah.
And look at how the not intercourse, but how people worked together to get to the place where they could play together. Lesh, all these people. Ware was trashy. He wasn't a very good guitar player in the beginning.
Not at the beginning, no. Well, psychedelics helped.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's sort of the secret ingredient, the not so secret ingredient in the whole story, in the sense that they sort of came of age at the same time the psychedelic revolution came of age.
And it had the effect of enabling those diverse musicians to have a conversation and sort of merge their musical sensibilities into something bigger than all the individuals.
Totally correct. Easy to believe and understand what you're saying, because that is what happened. Yeah. It totally is. Les was very sort of classical stuff, and Constantin, and then they would melt. And of course, Jerry would know that Phil Lesh, was very hip into music, very aware, and so they could just blend all this stuff. I really like the idea that you put together a book that's annotations of people's feelings of what was happening at the time. I remember, God, it's so weird. If it all had been the same, I would have known all these people. You knew them, I'm sure. But I never did. I always sort of I never made a left turn, and maybe they made a right. So it's probably good that I never, sort of got to be that. But I always felt close to these folks. I remember Magoo's, Dana Morgan. I knew Dana.
Yeah.
All this great stuff.
So this thing just sort of sprang up out of your neighborhood.
Exactly.
How cool is that?
It's Bruce's fault.
Anything's good on this show, and you can say whatever you want. And in a way, though, the time came to an end, and things happened, and maybe it's a reason why you call this is all a dream we dreamed. What do you think?
Well, that's a line from a Grateful Dead song, of course.
It's from Box of Rain.
Yeah. But do you connect it to, do you feel in your mind that it's something you dreamt? I do. Because as I mentioned earlier, before it even happened, I could see it unfolding. The thing was changing, and that. So I'm glad you told me that.
I was a little too young to participate in that stuff and really understand it. So I guess I was part of the next wave that sort of stormed through the door after you guys kicked it open.
I want to talk again later about this. We talk about tribes and all this other stuff. You guys are great to come and share this, the writing of the book together, and it's being put out now. And once again, this is all a dream we dream. Do we have a place to get a hold of these folks? Or a number to call? Did you do that, you guys back there? The number to call. 1-800.
Operators are standing by. Or not.
Yeah.
We didn't fire up the boiler room for this, so they can go to my website, dgans.com would be a good place to go.
Well, that's what we're talking about then. You got it down, brother.
And from there you'll find, you can also go to blairjackson.com. Okay. Each of us is a domain unto himself.
Oh, wow. See, we knew there was something really something about you.
Well, there's like 10 billion other domains unto themselves. We're really not that special, Bruce.
We're going to see how things go on the internet and what's happening with the whole change. But I better drop it now because we have the folks up who are ready to give us another piece. So put your hands together for Blair Jackson, David Gans.
Thanks, Bruce.
Great, man. Take care. Huh?
It's an honor.
Yeah. Thank you.
965.
Good luck on your road trip out there.
Great.
And do what you need to do, man. I'm so pleased that you've been able to do that. All right. Well. Oh, am I getting ready for? Oh boy. I think probably we're going to talk for a moment with Little Green Turtle. Is that right? All right. Yeah. We've done a lot of things on this show. We just shine the light where we can, right? Okay. The Little Green Turtle has not been on the show for 14 months or something, and I got his brother there. Now, we're not going to do any kind of a deals on their contract, but they're going to just sort of hang and maybe shake it up a little, you see, as we move to another phase of our scene here. It's been a long time having the Little Green Turtle here, and we like what's going on with them. We haven't talked, and they've decided to go ahead and do a little piece for us right now. All right, let me put this down, Tom. All right, you go ahead. Oh, anything going on, Tom? There you go. Nice. There you go.
When the moon comes up, the sun goes down. That's when the readers start to creep around. Fire on a mind, fire on a breath. 14 names that's on our chest.
Well, that was okay. It wasn't that great, but it wasn't that bad, and it was just fun to do it. It's a lot of what we're trying to do here is just, put out the bullshit. Just try to have some time, hang out, and laugh if you can, if you want to, and roll with it. We're going to go back to the gentleman that had performed for us earlier in the show on our stage right now, and you please welcome back Roger Glenn and Eddie Pasternak. Put your hands together for them, please. Good to see you guys. Yeah. Hey. Wow. Oh, great. Roger, thank you so much for coming here this evening, Roger. Eddie, thank you so much. I wanted to thank our director's son for listening to the music tonight, and may all his dreams come true musically. Yeah, hey, by the way, we're going to go out with a little bit of Wendy DeWitt. All right. She's one of the ones. You all think good thoughts. Put your hands together for yourselves and your people and your friends. Try to put it out. We'll see you next time around. Thank you, Roger Glenn. Thank you, Eddie Pasternak. Yeah, thank you, David Gans, Blair Jackson. You take care. We'll see you the next time we come ahead on it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ed Barber. Thank you, Professor Poster. All of you folks that are coming down, thanks so much. You take care of yourselves, be good, be right, and be as honest as you can.